Welcome. We are on day 110 of the chronological Bible in a year. Take a breath and take a moment to celebrate that you have set this time aside to hear God's word. We'll be going through some of 2nd Samuel and 1st Chronicles, beginning in 2nd Samuel chapter 2. Then it came about afterward that David inquired of the Lord, saying, "Shall I go up to one of the cities of Judah?" And the Lord said to him, "Go up." So David said, "Where shall I go up?" And he said, "To Hebron." So David went up there, and his two wives also, Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, and Abigail the widow of Nabal the Carmelite. And David brought up his men who were with him, each with his household, and they settled in the cities of Hebron. Then the men of Judah came, and there they anointed David king over the house of Judah. And they told David, saying, "It was the men of Jabesh Gilead who buried Saul." So David sent messengers to the men of Jabesh Gilead, and said to them, "May you be blessed of the Lord, because you have shown this kindness to Saul your Lord, and have buried him. And now may the Lord show kindness and truth to you, and I also will show this goodness to you, because you have done this thing. Now then, let your hands be strong and be valiant, since Saul your Lord is dead, and also the house of Judah has anointed me king over them." But Abner, the son of Ner, commander of Saul's army, had taken Ish-bosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim. And he made him king over Gilead, over the Asherites, over Jezreel, over Ephraim, and over Benjamin, even over all Israel. Ish-bosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he became king over Israel, and he was king for 2 years. The house of Judah, however, followed David. And the time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. Now Abner, the son of Ner, went from Mahanaim to Gibeon with the servants of Ish-bosheth, the son of Saul. And Joab, the son of Zeruiah, and the servants of David went out and met them by the pool of Gibeon, and they sat down, Abner's men on the one side of the pool, and Joab's men on the other side of the pool. Then Abner said to Joab, "Now have the young men arise and hold a martial skills match in our presence." And Joab said, "Have them arise." So they got up and went over by count, 12 for Benjamin and Ish-bosheth, the son of Saul, and 12 from the servants of David. And each one of them seized his opponent by the head, and thrust his sword in his opponent's side. So they fell down together. Therefore that place was called Helkath Hazarim, which is in Gibeon. That day the battle was very severe, and Abner and the men of Israel were defeated by the servants of David. Now the 3 sons of Zeruiah were Joab, Abishai, and Asahel. And Asahel was as swift-footed as one of the gazelles that is in the field. Asahel pursued Abner, and did not turn to the right or to the left from following Abner. Then Abner looked behind himself and said, "Is that you, Asahel?" And he said, "It is I." So Abner said to him, "Turn aside for your own good, to your right or to your left, and take hold of one of the young men for yourself, and take for yourself his equipment." But Asahel was unwilling to turn aside from following him. Then Abner repeated again to Asahel, "Turn aside for your own good from following me. Why should I strike you to the ground? How then could I show my face to your brother Joab?" However, he refused to turn aside, so Abner struck him in the belly with the butt end of his spear. So the spear came out at his back. and he fell there and died on the spot. And it happened that all who came thereafter to the place where Asahel had fallen and died stood still. But Joab and Abishai pursued Abner, and when the sun was going down, they came to the hill of Ammah, which is opposite Giah, by the way of the wilderness of Gibeon. And the sons of Benjamin gathered together behind Abner and became one troop, and they stood on the top of a hill. Then Abner called to Joab and said, "Should the sword devour forever? Do you not realize that it will be bitter in the end? So how long will you refrain from telling the people to turn back from pursuing their kinsmen?" Joab said, "As God lives, if you had not spoken, then the people of Judah certainly would have withdrawn in the morning, each from pursuing his brother." So Joab blew the trumpet, and all the people halted and no longer pursued Israel, nor did they continue to fight any more. Abner and his men then went through to Arabah all that night. So they crossed the Jordan, walked all morning, and came to Mahanaim. Then Joab returned from pursuing Abner, but he gathered all the people together, and 19 of David's servants were missing, besides Asahel. However, the servants of David had struck and killed many of Benjamin and Abner's men. 360 men were dead. And they carried Asahel away and buried him in his father's tomb, which was in Bethlehem. Then Joab and his men traveled all night until the day dawned at Hebron. Now there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. And David became steadily stronger, while the house of Saul became steadily weaker. Sons were born to David in Hebron. His firstborn was Amnon by Ahinoam the Jezreelitess, and his second Chileab by Abigail, the widow of Nabal the Carmelite, and the third Absalom, the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur, and the fourth Adonijah, the son of Haggith, and the fifth Shephatiah, the son of Abital, and the sixth Ithream by David's wife Eglah. These sons were born to David in Hebron. Now these were the sons of David. 1 Chronicles chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Now these were the sons of David who were born to him in Hebron. The firstborn was Amnon by Ahinoam the Jezreelitess. The second was Daniel by Abigail the Carmelitess. The third was Absalom, the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. The fourth was Adonijah, the son of Haggith. The fifth was Shephatiah by Abital, and the sixth was Ithream by his wife Eglah. 6 were born to him in Hebron, and he reigned there for 7 years and 6 months. And in Jerusalem he reigned for 33 years. 2 Samuel chapter 23, beginning at verse 8. These are the names of the mighty men whom David had: Josheb, Basshebeth, a Techomite, chief of the captains. He was also called Idino the Esnite, because of the 800 who were killed by him at one time. After him was Eleazar the son of Dodo the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David when they defied the Philistines who were gathered there to battle, and the men of Israel withdrawn. He rose up and struck the Philistines until his hand was weary, and it clung to the sword. And the Lord brought about a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to plunder the dead. Now after him was Shema the son of Agi, a Hararite. And the Philistines were gathered into an army where there was a plot of land full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he took his stand in the midst of the plot, defended it, and struck the Philistines, and the Lord brought about a great victory. Then 3 of the 30 chief men went down and came to David at harvest time to the cave of Adullam, while the army of the Philistines was camping in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the stronghold, while the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David had a craving and said, "Oh, that someone would give me water to drink from the well in Bethlehem, which is by the gate." So the 3 mighty men forced their way into the camp of the Philistines and drew water from the well of Bethlehem, which was by the gate, and carried it and brought it to David. Yet he would not drink it, but poured it out as an offering to the Lord. And he said, "Far be it from me, Lord, that I would do this. Should I drink the blood of the men who went at the risk of their lives?" So he would not drink it. These things the 3 mighty men did. 1 Chronicles 11, starting at verse 10. Now these are the heads of the mighty men whom David had, who remained faithful to him in his kingdom, together with all Israel, to make him king, in accordance with the word of the Lord concerning Israel. These constitute the list of David's mighty men: Joshobim, the son of Mahanaim, the chief of the 30. He wielded his spear against 300 whom he killed at one time. After him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, who was one of the 3 mighty men. He was with David at Pasdammim when the Philistines were gathered together there to battle. And there was a plot of land full of barley, and the people fled from the Philistines. But they took their stand in the midst of the plot and defended it, and defeated the Philistines, and the Lord saved them with a great victory. Now 3 of the 30 chief men went down to the rock to David, into the cave of Adullam, while the army of the Philistines was camping in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the stronghold, while the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David had a craving and said, "Oh, that someone would give me water to drink from the well in Bethlehem, which is by the gate." So the 3 broke through the camp of the Philistines and drew water from the well of Bethlehem, which was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. However, David would not drink it, but poured it out to the Lord. And he said, "Far be it from me before my God that I would do this. Shall I drink the blood of those men who went at the risk of their lives? For they brought it at the risk of their lives." Therefore he would not drink it. The 3 mighty men did these things. Back to 2 Samuel 23, beginning at verse 18. Now Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief over the 30, and he swung his spear against 300 and killed them, and had a name as well as the 3. He was the most honored among the 30, because he became their commander. However, he did not attain to the reputation of the 3. Then Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done great deeds, killed the 2 sons of Ariel at Moab. He also went down and killed a lion in the middle of a pit on a snowy day. And he killed an Egyptian, an impressive man. Now the Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with a club and snatched the spear from the Egyptian's hand and killed him with his own spear. These things Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, did, and had a name as well as the 3 mighty men. He was honored among the 30, but he did not attain the reputation of the 3. And David appointed him over his bodyguard. Asahel, the brother of Joab, was among the 30, and there was Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah the Harodite, Elika the Harodite, Helez the Peltite, Ira son of Ikesh the Tekoite, Abiazar of Anathothite, Mebunai the Hashanthite, Zalman the Ahohite, Mahare the Medophathite, Heleb the son of Banah the Netophathite, Attai the son of Ribai of Gibeah, and the sons of Benjamin, Benaiah a Pirathonite, Hadai of the brooks of Gash, Abin Alban the Arbathite, Asmaveth the Barhumite, Eliabah the Shalbanite, the sons of Jeshin, Jonathan, Shema the Hararite, Ahiam the son of Sharar the Ararite, Eliphalet the son of Ahushibai, the son of the Machathite, Eliam the son of Ahithophel the Gileadite, Hezro the Carmelite, Parai the Arbite, Igal the son of Nathan of Zobath, Bani the Gadite, Zelek the Ammonite, Naharai the Beerothite, armor-bearers of Joab the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, and Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all. 1 Chronicles chapter 11, starting at verse 20. As for Abishai, the brother of Joab, he was chief of the 30, and he wielded his spear against 300 and killed them. And he had a name as well as the 30. Of the 3 in the second rank, he was the most honored, and he became their commander. However, he did not attain the reputation of the first 3. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a warrior of Kabzeel, mighty in deeds, struck and killed the 2 sons of Ariel of Moab. He also went down and struck and killed a lion inside a pit on a snowy day. And he killed an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits tall. Now in the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam. But he went down to him with a club and snatched the spear from the Egyptian's hand and killed him with his own spear. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, did these things, and had a name as well as the 3 mighty men. Behold, he was honored among the 30, but he did not attain the reputation of the first 3. And David appointed him over his bodyguard. Now the mighty men of the armies were Asahel, the brother of Joab, Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Benjamin, Shamoth, the Hararite, Helez, the Pelonite, Ira, the son of Ikesh, the Tekoite, Abiezer, the Anathothite, Sibbecai, the Hushathite, Eli, the Ahohite, Marai, the Nephathite, Heled, the son of Banal, the Netophathite, Ithai, the son of Ribai of Gibeah, and the sons of Benjamin, Benai, the Pirathonite, Hurai of the brooks of Gash, Abiel of Arbathite, Azimeth, the Baharumite, Eliabah, the Shalbanite, the sons of Hisham, the Gizonite, Jonathan, the son of Shagi, the Hararite, Ahiam, the son of Sakar, the Hararite, Eliphi, the son of Hefer, the Mecharathite, Ahijah, the Pelonite, Hezro, the Carmelite, Nerai, the son of Ezbai, Joel, the son of Nathan, Mibar, the son of Hagri, Zelek, the Ammonite, Naharai, the Beerothite, the armor-bearer of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, Zabad the son of Ali, Adina the son of Shiza the Reubenite, a chief of the Reubenites, and 30 with him, Hanan the son of Maacah, the Josaphat, the Mithnite, Uzziah the Asherethite, Shema the Jeiel, the sons of Hotham the Ararite, Jadiel the son of Shimri, and his brother Joha the Tizite, Eliel the Mahavite, and Jerubai and Joshaviah the sons of Elnam, Ithma the Moabite, Eliel, Obed, and Jasiel the Mesobite. Thank you for listening. I pray that the seed of God's word will be planted in your heart and will continue to grow.